What's up, bitches? Woo! Spring break! What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Episode number 1 of CUMIA'S CUCKS. It's me, the Z-Man's Florida's greatest comedian, about to tee the fuck off. Yes! Brand new episode, new show. And here's what's going on, everybody. I wasn't going to do this until this Thursday because I'm still getting stuff together. I'm still getting artwork. And each and every week, what I'm going to do, if you're not watching live, you can watch it on my Patreon. That's patreon.com/sitdownzumock. Let me pull that one right up. Right there you go. And you can watch the episode back. And basically what this show is we showcase the CUMIA dick riders. We showcase the CUMIA cucks. We showcase the pandering, loser, bottom feeder podcast that CUMIA surrounds himself with. The suck-ups, the douchebags, everyone that's on CUMIA's allowance. We will showcase these no talents each and every week. I will have a co-host. I had to roll this one out today because I was inspired by a video that was sent to me, and I had to just weigh in on it because I'm just so sick of this dude. And we're going to have some fun with this. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. And if you haven't hit subscribe, do it right now. Hit subscribe because you could jump into chat. And I will be pulling up the super chats. If you got a good one, please bring it. Shout out to Jimmy I. He's a good guy. He's Kevin, your technical producer off camera. Kevin, no. Kevin is not the technical producer, but I'd love to have Kevin on to go over some of these clips because these people online in these shitty podcasts, they try to control a narrative, and they're trying to cash in on shit. But if you actually watch their shows, they're not good. They're not good shows. They're not talented people. But they all have one thing in common. They suck up to CUMIA. They suck up to CUMIA. So we're going to, here's the lead-in right here. Steel Toe was talking reckless, and that's what we're starting off with today. And I had a whole other plan on what I wanted to do coming up on Thursday, but this video was the one I had to showcase because it was just watching somebody so untalented talking out of pocket that he needs to be shut down. RMG says, hey, Chad, I made a CC Discord I can transfer to you. I don't know what that means. I don't like Discord. It seems very nerdy to me. And people that actually hang in Discords, I don't know. It's just not my thing. No disrespect. I appreciate it, RMG. You're a good man. If you like to run the Discord, go right ahead. I'll put you in charge since you put it together. We're going to have some fun, though. We're going to have a lot of fun. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start it off with this guy in Minnesota. And then before we get into it, I want to remind everybody that's watching, I never knew who this guy was. I never knew who he was. He just came into my life a couple months ago, and he was just every single show relentlessly. And I did the whole, I'll just ignore you for like 2 months till I said anything about him because I thought he would just go away, but he was so relentless. And I was just like, who is this guy? Who is this fucking guy? Like I had to Google him and I looked into him, and he was like in a shitty radio market, and he was on a really weak ass signal in Minnesota. He got fired. He was selling radio ads to be on the radio. But I was asking around, going, anybody know who this guy? Nobody knew who he was. Nobody. He backdoored himself into this world like he's backdoored himself into radio, marriage. This guy backdoors himself. He's not welcome in. He doesn't earn it with talent. He doesn't work his way up. He backdoors himself in every single time. And then he runs on and he starts talking out of pocket. And that's the video we're going to get to today because I watched a little bit of this. I seriously paused about 6 minutes in going, I got to tee off on this guy. I can't wait till Wednesday. I can't wait till Thursday. I got to do it on Super Bowl Sunday. I got to tee off on this fucking guy because this guy he just needs slapped around. I mean, he needs slapped around big time. So let's get into it right now. He likes to put out these page clicks from his show. So he likes to talk about successful comedians that have done something, comedians with name. And by the way, let me point out, he knows nobody. None of these people he talks about knows who he is. The one, Kevin and I know who you are now, but all the other people like Brendan, Chris, everybody, Louie, Joe Rogan, none of them know who you are. None of them know who you are. And you talk about these people and like you're part of us. Like you're like we're all, we're all in this together. We're all like equals. No one knows who you are, dude. I texted 6 broadcasters yesterday. Have you ever heard of the Steel Toe Morning Show? Names you know, none of them heard of you. Nobody knows you. I texted Jim Norton, doesn't know you. I texted Jim Brewer. Nobody knows you. You're a pretender. You're a pretender. And then you fucked up. You went after Kevin Brennan, which was a dumb move. Dumb move. This was this Cleo. You're 100%. He stole it from Red Bar. He's doing exactly what every motherfucker out there is doing. He's doing exactly what everyone's doing, except a very shitty version of it. By the way, let me just go ahead and get into this because I was watching this and I'm like, just the fucking nerve. Just the nerve of this guy and the delusion. The delusion's what gets me. He's so delusional in his abilities and who he is in the game and the way he disrespects everybody. Let's watch a little bit of this, and I'm going to start and stop on this.
I did watch him for a little bit today when he...
I hate his voice, by the way. I did watch it a little bit. I went to broadcasting school. This is how broadcasting people talk.
Went live.
You watched Kevin?
And
you watched Kevin? You watched Kevin, you dummy. Go back to the woods. I heard he pulled her out of a factory in the middle of nowhere. She was working in 50 hours of work a week in a factory, you fucking dolt. Grew up in the woods. You settled for this motherfucker. This is your husband, a guy who cheated on his wife while she was pregnant, and you settled, you dummy. You have no options. You never left Minnesota. You don't even know what the fuck's out there, you dolt. But look, I mean, he looks terrible, this guy. I just don't understand why he wants to be on camera. There's a saying, face for radio. He is the epitome of face for radio. But I'm going to just play a little bit of it, even though I can't stand his voice, his radio voice. Ugh.
You could hear dishes clanking in the background. It was really bad. But yeah, he was bitching about.
He likes to make fun of people's setups, and all he did was get a fucking banner that he put behind him, and he ran to the basement, and like he thinks he has this amazing studio.
People, just kind of complaining about the same individuals.
I don't know how you do that every single day because you'd have to think that bleeds into your personal life at some point when you're just thinking about the same people.
Right. Should we see what In Hot Water show clipped for us? Let's see. Let's take a look.
His fans are CUMIA'S fans are garbage, and they go after. They do fans. Personal attacks on
I used to be your fans,
wives and shit like that. They go after Bill Burr's wife. That's a classy group. You know they're classy if you go after Bill Burr's wife.
I bet you've done that.
Kevin, you employed Chad Zumock.
Yep.
Cut it with the fucking holier than thou shtick, all right, buddy?
Dude, you drug your dumb wife into this as your co-host. You know how much of a bitch you are to make your wife your co-host? And then you got some mentally challenged kid on crutches filling in. Quit swinging your dick. Aaron, nobody knows you. You should be honored and grateful we even know who you are. You're not in the game, dude. As much as you like to pretend, because your whole life has been pretending. You're a pretend radio guy who sold ads. You're a pretend rustler. You're a pretend comedian. By the way, I put it out there. Give me $200 if there's clips of you doing stand-up. Because you say you're a comedian. You're a failed comedian. And there's no clips of you. You know why? Because you suck, and you know you suck. That's why it's not out there.
Believe me, it ain't hitting, sweetheart.
Stop with this sweet. By the way, he thinks he's in control. He thinks he's like some sort of baller. He likes to say sweetie and sweetheart. Dude, look at you. Look at you. You're trying to swing your dick when you had to make your dumb wife your co-host. Some dolt from the woods.
Is Chad Zumock done? Oh, that's right. He has gone after people's wives left and right.
Yeah, cunt. I shut you down. I got the email to prove it when Aaron said, "Oh, we're moving on. He's taking this so seriously because you're a dumb cunt who he recklessly put you in this world. Recklessly, he puts his family out there, his kids. He makes bad decision after bad decision, including this one going after Kevin Brennan. He put his fucking pregnant wife out there and then cheated on her. He got fired for berating a woman woman. And then he got you dumb cunt, you stupid bitch, to marry you. And you have to get on top of this fucking guy right here every fucking night and fuck him. He has bigger tits than you dumb bitch.
Just 4 of them.
Rape threats, Kevin.
Yeah, rape
I mean,
threats.
my God, you fucking baby.
And he knows all about that.
Yeah,
He knows everything.
Don't be one of these guys who like starts getting his teeth kicked in by multiple people.
Who?
And then is going to go, oh, poor me. Oh, the God. You know, I would have thought better from someone like Kevin. I really did. Because I do have a weird place of respect for Kevin.
Yeah, because he's accomplished.
It dissipates a little each day.
Dummy, he's done more in entertainment than you ever have. You've never left Minnesota. You've never chased a dream. You never went for it. You never took a chance and left St. Cloud. You stuck there and you were in a shitty radio market and you got fired. You lost out to a job to a woman. Kevin is accomplished. He had the very first Comedy Central Presents special. He's been on every single late night talk show. He's been at Just for Laughs. He's had development deals. He's been in the game. You know what the difference between me, you, and all of us are? Everyone you talk about, they know who we are. They know who we are. They don't know you. Dave Attell knows Kevin Brennan. Joe Rogan knows Kevin Brennan. Joe Rogan knows me. Dave Attell knows me. Nobody knows you. Nobody. Nobody. You backdoored yourself and you're sucking up the CUMIA, trying to get in with the compound cucks. You're a fucking dolt.
But I don't want him to be one of those little bitches who like start shit with people. This is what happens like when Jimmy Martinez was going to kick the shit
Doesn't
out of
know
him.
you.
When Gary Gulman beat the shit
Never
out of him.
heard of you.
And, fucked him up. It's always, oh my God, I can't believe they did that to me. I can't believe. Kevin, you say nasty shit about people every single episode.
That's all you do. That's all you do. All you do is talk about other people that are successful, people you don't know. You're a nobody. A nobody. This is what you do. This is what you do. And now you're going after Kevin? We're killing it, motherfucker. You said you were a successful morning show? You were on for 15 years. How come nobody knows you? How come you only have 2,000 followers? How come nobody even knows who you are? You did that big interview that you got through E-Rock with CUMIA. You know what CUMIA was doing? He was getting drunk looking at your wife. That's all he was doing. I guarantee if you go up to Anthony CUMIA right now, he doesn't know your fucking name. You were fucking one and done, you dummy. And you sucked him off. You sucked him off hard, didn't you? And look, where did it get you? Now you're going to kiss ass with the compound people? Go fuck yourself, you zilch.
like a broken record every time.
Just like you do?
And then you employ a piece of shit like Chad Zumock.
Yeah.
And you're going to sit
Successful.
there and go, people's fans are mean and they're bad and they go after people's wives.
By the way, he always says, do something funny. I've yet to laugh at this guy. Was that supposed to be funny right there? Was that the joke? Because you do these little things and you're always saying how funny you are, but how come I never laugh?
Let go of your pearls, you fucking washwoman. You old lady. Jesus
Look at you.
Christ. I hate it when people do that. I hate it when people want to, they want to get dirty and they want to talk shit about people. And hey, I'm burning bridges.
That's all
Kevin
you do.
Brennan.
Jog my memory here. Where did Chad Zumock used to completely be a nobody, like to any of us
Time
at
out,
all?
hold on. Chad Zumock is still a nobody.
He's still a nobody, but
This is coming from some dolt. Let me remind you, she was working in a factory 50 hours a week until he drug her out of there and tricked her. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. They know me. Do a quick Google search on either one of us. I'm way more accomplished than the both of you put together. You're a father of 3, and this is what you do. Your kid's got to go to school, and you're on here going after accomplished comedians. You're so reckless. You are reckless. Look at you drink like a fag.
there was a day that we didn't even know about him. What changed that? I don't
Because you came
remember.
after me, cunt.
I decided to make fun of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no
Okay.
idea
Now
who
I'm
he
making
was, and
fun
I
of
thought
you.
he was
It was
Now I'm
much
making
like
fun of
Stuttering
you,
John.
you
We stumbled
dummy.
upon you because something cringy.
No,
was
because you
out in
live
the
on
ether
you
somewhere.
live on
And
Reddit.
then-
You live on Reddit like a dolt. You saw what Red Bar was doing. You saw what Carl was doing. Like, we're gonna do it too. We're gonna make fun of Stuttering John. Now we're gonna make fun of Chad. I didn't even know who the fuck you guys were. Nobody did. Everybody, all the players in this game, Aaron, they all know me. All of them. CUMIA. If I asked CUMIA what your first and last name was, he wouldn't have a fucking clue. Zilch. They all know me. Sweetie, since he likes to go sweetie, sweetheart, and I'm talking about your dumb wife, sweetheart, you're not built for this, you dummy. I know you feel like you're safe in the basement in Minnesota. You're not built for this. You don't want this heat. You don't want this fire. You don't want this life. And you're going to thank me one day. Clip it. Send it to her. And you're more than welcome to contact me when you're like, you were right, Chad. You were right. I fucked up by marrying this piece of shit.
And then he kept responding to it, and it became more fun.
No, I ignored you for 2 months.
I don't think MLC had anything to do with it.
Literally ignored you for 2 months with her dumb Minnesota voice.
Until he started attacking Steel Toe all over the place.
Yeah, how about I get a fucking thank you from both Kevin and Chad?
No, you're welcome.
Nothing.
Not only for keeping your name out there,
right,
but also I put Chad back on the map. Not even back on the map. Nobody knew who the fuck he was.
Dude.
And we started. Carl, I think Carl and I both deserve a thank you.
No, you saw what Carl was doing and you jumped on because you're unoriginal. You're a douchebag. There's not one original bone in your body. You're doing a shitty Red Bar. You're like, oh, Red Bar has his wife on, Jules, so I guess I'll put my wife on. Red Bar talks about this comic. I guess I'll talk about him. That's how I came in your life. That's how I came in your life. You came at me. I ignored you because I knew you were a nothing. I was like, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. And when you want to talk about radio, you couldn't hack it in radio. You had to sell ads to be on the air, and you couldn't get it done. That's why you're back on YouTube. You failed at comedy, stand-up comedy. You failed at radio. You failed at being a husband. You failed at being a father. You don't even have custody of your children. You failed. You're failing at this, too. You're not. This isn't a good look, going after Brennan, going after me. I've had it with you. You're a fucking nothing. This is the most. All right.
You too.
Yeah, me too, for all the fucking lashings I had to take.
And Johnny,
'cause you're a
Johnny
cunt.
did a lot of funny stuff too.
Oh, is that the cripple with the mentally challenged kid? You know what the sad part is I really went out of my way not to look into this guy because I've seen him come, I've seen him go, and I realized one of the guys on his show I know. I actually did a gig with him, and it sucks because he was actually a really nice guy, and now I didn't realize he's associated with him. This guy, Corey Adam. I remember I did a show with him and Nick Swartzen in Columbus right before the COVID shutdowns. And I just put 2 and 2 together one day, and I go, wait a second. And it's upsetting because I really liked the guy. But I mean, I can't respect that he's attaching himself to this dude. This dude is a fucking. They must go way back or something. But I guarantee he's not happy that this guy's doing this stuff. Because I remember he was a pretty good comedian, and the fact that he's attached to this dude.
I think Carl and all of us deserve a little thank you from both of you.
I think you should thank Carl for just basically copying what he was doing.
Do that.
And then Carl, you should thank Opie and Anthony for Jocktober. And one thing you all have in common: CUCKS, rack me.
Are you sport? All right, let's listen to this.
You gonna call him Toots and
Old
Sweetie?
wash
You gonna call him Sweetie like you're in control again?
With the great lighting and audio quality.
And Bill Burr is like CUMIA'S winning and Bill Burr is losing. And then they're like, look, Bill Burr's doing Fenway Park and he's shitting on white women. It's like, he's at Fenway Park. You guys are at a shitty studio on 35th Street.
Wait a minute, Kevin, your whole thing is that you're jealous of your brother and your brother sucks. Your brother has Netflix specials and is a writer of one of the greatest sketch comedy shows of all time. So Kevin is such a chick. I don't know why people go like, oh, don't mess with Kevin Brennan. He's a fucking bitch. You can smack him around any way you want to. He's an old man who doesn't even understand the...
Okay, first of all, Neil Brennan doesn't know who you are. Dave Chappelle doesn't know who you are. And you want to talk about accomplishments? He's been on every late night talk show. Very first Comedy Central presents, HBO Half Hour. He knows every player in the game, you pretender. Neil Brennan doesn't know you. So quit defending Neil here.
Internet, and he talks into a fast food drive-through microphone.
No kidding.
I don't see
good
Kevin
slam.
Brennan as a tough guy or someone not...
Look at his wrist, his gay wrist. He thinks he's tough because I guess he likes to go to kickboxing class or boxing class. We were cool. Yeah, we were I didn't have a problem. I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. I I was just shocked. I didn't realize that was the same guy. And the fact that he lets his friend do what he does, it's kind of fucked up. It's real fucked up because he was actually a pretty funny guy. I liked him. But, you know, unfortunately, you're on the wrong side of this, dude. And as Corey, I killed that fucking night. This is true. Ian Ellis says, these people want CUMIA'S approval so badly. Meanwhile, he is trolling TikTok for 17-year-olds with daddy issues. And when he did this award-winning CUMIA interview, which I will go over eventually, it's one of the biggest ball washes I've ever seen. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, shit. I thought Kevin was coming. I was like, I got excited, but I was like, I didn't send him a link.
To fuck with.
Got some nice art in the background, though. Doesn't he look good and professional?
He looks very nice.
Good observation, April.
Yeah, hotel.
Are you trying?
No, Mike.
Oh, what a burn, you dummy. You fucking hole. Oh, and I used to call her the hole. And now he's your co-host. Because no one wants to do your fucking show.
The thing with Kevin is he's such a hypocrite because he goes like, my brother Neil, he sucks. He's not good. But then, because he hates CUMIA and Compound so much, he'll flip that whole argument on its head and go, well, Bill plays Fenway Park, so he's amazing.
Look at him suck up the CUMIA and Compound. This is nothing but blatant suck up. He's sucking up he wants so badly for this to get back to CUMIA. I guarantee after the show, after he clipped this for his page clicks, he probably emailed to E-Rock. He's like, hey, E-Rock, hey, listen, could you do me a favor? Could you, can you give this to CUMIA? Can you see what he says about this clip? I'm defending him. Can you send it to him, please? He wants so badly for CUMIA to see this and him defend Compound and defend Anthony. And you're going after a guy who's been in the business 30 plus fucking years and who's done it all, seen it all. New York legend, Kevin Brennan. He's already accomplished. You're still fucking on YouTube in your basement. He's already done it. He's done it all. Richard Kish, nicely done, Chad. Didn't expect this show to surface so quickly. Good luck. Love what I see so far. Well, it wasn't supposed to surface so quickly, Richard. I saw this clip today, and I was like, I got to start now. I'm still waiting for the artwork. I'm waiting for a bunch of other things, but I was like, let's start now while it's still fresh and why I'm still annoyed.
And CUMIA sucks because he's in this little studio.
Guess what? Anthony CUMIA loves Kevin, you dummy. You stupid. He knows Kevin. He thinks Kevin's hilarious, you fucking Johnny come lately.
Well, Kevin, aren't you the one who tells us that Neil's so terrible and you're so great? Neil's the writer of one of the greatest TV shows of all time. You're talking into a BK headset in front of a hotel painting.
Ooh, burn. Burn, dude. Did you write that one down? Is that part of your stand-up that you can't find anywhere? Is that your closer?
And for as much as he bitched about taking the very generous $100 for a fucking guest spot on CUMIA'S show, like per week, like he still sat there and took it.
Kevin,
like he still wanted it.
She's such a fucking zilch. What a zero. A fucking zero. This chick is. She's a fucking zilch.
Without Anthony CUMIA and Bobby Kelly, nobody knows that you do a show.
Nobody knows who you are. I texted Jim Norton. Nobody knows you, dude. People in your own quote-unquote profession don't know you. Radio people don't know you. Nobody knows you. Why do you have the balls to do this? Like, how delusional are you? By the way, April, sloppy seconds. You're sloppy seconds. You're sloppy seconds, April. Sorry. You're taking care of another woman's kids because you can't give birth, you dummy. And she's a public figure, by the way, so good luck on that. She's a published author, Ashley LaRue. This is the poor woman that he cheated on with while she was pregnant. And now you got this fucking deadbeat, this Jared Fogle lookalike fucking retard with a fake radio voice, and you got to take all that baggage on. He drug you out of a factory. Go back to the woods with your fucking crossbow. Quit. Men are speaking. Men are speaking. Shut up. Shut up. You zilch. You hole. Good idea. Put your wife on. I saw Red Bar do it.
Yeah. I would have never found MLC if it weren't for Compound.
So there is that. All right, let's take a look at the next clip that In Hot Water show posted.
I guess it's dinner time. Are people switching over to watch Gavin? Are they still there getting drunk and pontificating how smart they are? You know, the Grammys. Nobody watches the Grammys. Well, no one watches you two clowns either. Gavin's not on anything, right? He's been deplatformed from his own fucking house.
Just an old, bitter washwoman. I know that face. It's just like poor.
You're just a pretender nobody who backdoored himself into this world. Just a pretender. A pretender. Your whole fucking life is pretending. You sold radio sales. Your market was 200th.
You watch Kevin and you start shitting on him, and then you go, "Oh, you poor thing."
I can't even find words to say to that. It's just,
you know what it is?
Oh.
It's 60.
Hey, by the way, good backup, Flavor Flav. Wow, you hype man, April. Oh, April, fucking nailed it.
It's fucking over.
Yeah.
It's not taking off from here.
The show's bigger than yours, and we just started it. We literally just started going these lives.
It's all in the rearview mirror, and there's nothing left now than to either be at peace with it or just fill yourself with rage until the whole plane just crashes into
This isn't going to get you in with Cumia, dude. I know you're trying your hardest. You want Steel Toe on Compound. I know E-Rock's dangling that carrot. I know Chrissy's dangling that carrot. This isn't going to do it. Going after Brennan. Bad move.
Mountainside. And he's picked an approach on that one. And there it is. Just look at the anger.
I can't stand this guy's fucking radio voice. He probably practiced that. He literally practiced that in his mirror. His radio voice. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my goodness. I got to get through this. How do you guys watch this show in that dumb voice? Honestly. Why do you guys honestly? This guy's a fucking hack. He's a pretender. There's no originality. It's just like he sees other people do things and he's like, that's what I'm going to do.
In the hostility. First of all, another hypocrisy of Kevin Brennan. That should be a new segment, just pointing out Kevin Brennan hypocrisy. He just posted a graphic of the web traffic of censored.
Look at his gay wrist.
TV and
look at his little gay wrist.
Compound Media.
His little skinny wrist.
Compound, which has its own
skinny wrist. His gay wrist. His gay wrist. He likes to flap his gay hands. You call yourself a boxer with those wrist? Gay wrist?
App. So you're not counting.
You got Paris Hilton wrist.
The web traffic from the app.
Little girl wrist. You got little girl wrist, Aaron.
Yeah,
but the website alone, like 180,000 people in November.
Gavin doesn't know who you are either. Guess what? Kissing up to Gavin. He doesn't know who you are either.
And he's like, oh, look at how shitty it is. It's like, I did the breakdown.
Is that shitty?
That's 6,000 people a day.
Yeah, I don't think that's shitty, bud.
That's 6,000 people a day. So
that's awesome.
You know, I don't, and that's not counting the app. And then, but his point was Censor.tv did more web traffic. Well, now you're saying nobody listens to Gavin and he's a nobody, but you just use Gavin as the point that Compound sucks. So which one is it, Sweetie Pie? Or is it just
stop
an
with
old
the Sweetie
man full
Pie
of rage who doesn't make
Stop with the honey.
Yeah.
You're not badass, dude. I hate these fucks. Sweetie Pie, honey. He's trying to act like he's in control. He's in his fucking basement in Minnesota. Nobody respects you. Nobody.
It's bumbling, it's word salads, and then basically every example of how shitty people are can all be found in the Chad Zumock that he is.
Yeah, yeah, that's why you shut it the fuck down, April, when you guys came at me. You guys shut it down. I got the fucking email. Let me pull up the email. You lie to your audience. I made you look like the fool that you are, and I'm doing it again. Here, let's play a little bit more of this while I pull up the email.
Yeah, if you, Kevin, no offense, but
no offense.
But as long as you got Chad Zumock working for you.
And we're
you're
fucking
a
killing
fucking
it.
peg leg. No leg to stand on whatsoever.
Every single person you talk about on your show knows me. Every comic that you mention knows me. They don't know you.
Let's go ahead and see. I heard steel toe in this one. So let's see what old Kevin has to say about us. Kevin, thinking about the steel toe.
Dude, look at his
Steel
face.
toe was like, Brandon shits on anyone doing better than him. It's like, okay, is Cumia doing as good as he was 20 years ago or 10 years ago?
My point still stands. You shit on anyone doing better than you. Kevin,
yeah, what does that matter?
If you're going to come at me, sweetheart, you
Stop
got
with
to
the
come at me with something that I'm wrong about.
Stop with the
All right?
sweetheart shit, dude.
It's not hard.
I'm
Watch
so
this.
sick of this dude. Calling sweetheart. Dude, you're a fucking nothing. You can't call someone sweetheart when you have gay wrist. When you have gay wrist, you can't call anybody sweetheart or honey.
You're a fan of the show. I know you watch it. You can find a million things that I'm wrong about every day.
By the way, that's like the radio hackery 101. I know you're a fan of the show and watch it. It's like, it's such a fucking radio hack manipulation.
But as far as like steel toe, so that bothers him. Steel toe says Kevin just shits on anyone more successful than you. And by the way, Kevin, I don't say that about you. Everybody says that about you. Everyone says you shit on people more successful than you. You know why? You can't find many people less successful than you. Shit, we got to YouTube in May. We're about to pass you. We're more successful.
Dude, you've been in radio for 15 years.
I mean, Kevin's sitting there going, is Cumia as big as he was 20 years ago? No, because there's only there's two people.
Kevin already accomplished everything you can do in show business. Literally has done everything you can do. He's had agents. He's had managers. He's been on every late night talk show. He's had half-hour specials. He's had comedy specials. He's done it. He's been on every show you wish you could go on. See, you backdoored yourself into this compound world, and you think you're in with Gino. You think, because you all have the common goal. CUMIA CUCKS. CUMIA CUCKS. Steel Toe Boring Show is growing in record numbers. You're already getting exposed. Everyone's already onto you, dude. People are turning on you. People are literally turning on you. Oh, okay. I was wrong. Oh, by the way, Brick Brock from Australia, clean your car. Second of all, this is gold. Do Carl from WATP next. That's what's going to happen with the show. Each and every week, I'm going to be showcasing CUMIA'S CUCKS. So, episode 1, Aaron, you should feel flattered. I chose you because you came in my feed today. And you're running your mouth again. And you're looking like a fool. I was like, I got to bitch slap this guy again. I literally got to bitch slap this guy again. Put him on blast. Make him look like a fool that he is. The pretender that he is. The nobody that he is. Because he likes these like little radio wars. Because he loves, I grew up listening to O&A. I want to be like O&A. So he thinks he's like doing this radio war. I beat you down. You shut down shop. Your dumb wife, that dumb fucking, she shut down. Here, let me pull this one up here, guys. Look at this. This is how he lies to the audience. And if you're listening, hit subscribe to jump in the chat. Hit like. If you could hit like, I'd appreciate that too. Because I literally just started January 1st with my YouTube. I never tried. Even if you go across my social medias across the board, I have more in every category. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. I have way more followers than you, and you were on the radio for 15 years. So look at this. I don't know if you could read this. And by the way, I'm not doxing anyone. This is his actual email on his website. This guy sent it to me, and he said I could just put his email up, and I'm cool with that. Look at this. I don't know if you could see this. Saturday, December 10th, 2022. Daniel Rush, who's on the Patreon $100 tier. Shout out Daniel Rush. He wrote, to Steel Toe, do what you want, but you're going down a dark road with Zumock. Nothing entertaining on where you're both going. I'm unfollowing you both. Not only did Daniel not unfollow me, he signed up for the $100 tier, so he turned on Steel Toe. So Steel Toe writes back that day because he has nothing going on. Saturday morning, he goes, I hear you, buddy. We are uploading our last Zumock video today, and then we're done. I understand. Aaron, you lied to your audience. You lied to your wife. You don't have custody of your kids. You lie to your current wife. You're just lying. And then the guy sends it to me. He goes, I unsubscribed to Steel Toe after I sent him this email. For some reason, it went to my spam folder. I just got it today. You were completely right. He shut it down and went right back at you after Opie jumped in. Because you remember when Opie jumped in saying I smashed that guy? And he got all butthurt and started backpedaling? He put out a video every week since he sent this email. The dude cannot be trusted. That's your former fucking fan. And now he's $100 Patreon of mine. You ran away a fan because you're not trustworthy. You're not to be trusted. Your product stinks. It's diluted. And now I'm shutting you down again. Steel Toe frequently uttering sweetheart is less irritating than you stealing Norton's lines? What lines? What lines did I take of Norton's? Sweetheart. By the way, if you're watching this, hit subscribe, and we will be doing the Super Bowl halftime show tonight on Kevin's fucking channel, MLC. So halftime should be around 8 o'clock. Let's get back into this.
In this world who are bigger than Cumia was 20 years ago. Howard Stern and Joe Rogan.
Ball washing. Say Opie. I know it hurts. I know Anthony doesn't like Opie, and you're ball washing Anthony. You can go ahead and say Opie and Anthony, because that was the name of the show. That was the brand, O&A. Opie and Anthony. Howard Stern, Opie and Anthony, Joe Rogan. You're allowed to say it. I know you're sucking up to Cumia, but give credit where credit's due.
That's it. There's only two people in the world bigger than Cumia was 20 years ago. So if you say, is Cumia bigger than he was 20 years ago? No, but he's bigger than you.
Right. Whether it's today or 20 years ago, he's still doing great. Fantastic.
Look at the ball washing, this unapologetic ball washing by these two. Only people that know you two are the people in the compound world. Nobody else knows you. Nobody.
And
Kevin,
he doesn't employ assholes like Chad Zumock.
One of your best viewed videos. Here were your best viewed videos. It was all the compound.
April, you are not built for this. Shut the fuck up. Go upstairs. Take care of his kids. That's what you do. You take care of his kids. Ashley LaRue's kids, because you can't give birth, you dummy. Go clean the house. You're not built for this, sweetie, sweetheart.
Stuff before you took it down.
Mm-hmm.
And then almost next in line is the Eliza Jordana thing, which you got from me and my appearance on your show.
I don't even know what that is.
Those are the big viewership drivers. So, sorry, pal. Yeah, the insult stands. So he's saying, is Cumia as big as he was 20 years ago? No, but he's bigger than you, so my point stands. Let's see if he can return the volume a little more effectively in these next 30 seconds.
Quit waving the gay wrist.
So he can shit on the Grammys and say they're a shell of what they used to be. So were you.
He's talking about Cumia.
So are you. And Harry Styles, or whatever his name, he does dress like a woman.
Kevin, let's talk about who's a woman.
You.
Who's in their house with
you with the gay wrist? You who has to make his bitch wife his co-host. You're the woman.
Whispering so their wife doesn't hear them. I mean, Kevin, you can sit here and rant and rave about your brother.
Look at his wrist, his gay wrist.
About Anthony, about Gino, about Chrissy.
Put the pen down, you fucking hack.
About Frank, yeah, and everything else that's a projection of your own bitterness. But Kevin, who's whispering so their wife doesn't hear while she's setting the table for Din Din?
Were you whispering when you were cheating on your wife when she was pregnant? When you snuck out and was fucking other women behind her back? Were you whispering, trying to keep it quiet on the DL until you got busted? Were you keeping it quiet? Were you whispering?
God, Aaron, I wish you'd whisper more often so I didn't have to hear you.
It's my fucking house. I can yell as loud as I want on.
By the way, he thinks he's hilarious. This is his idea of comedy. There's a reason why his stand-up clips are nowhere to be found on the internet, because he's just incredibly untalented. Watch him. This is his idea of being funny.
My show, Kevin Brennan. I don't like Cumia. Cumia's terrible. What's that? Sorry, Pookie. I'll keep it down. No, okay. Yeah, Neil sucks. Neil's horrible. He's not good. Cumia's not as good.
This your idea of comedy?
Yeah, I'll come to dinner in just a minute.
This your act out?
Honey, I gotta finish my show.
Do you think you're funny?
Honey, I don't want to come eat yet. I want to finish my show. All right.
Honey.
Well, guys, I got to go. My wife says,
honey, I'm going to lose custody of my kids. I'm going to lose custody of my kids. That's not fair. I only cheated on you a few times while you were pregnant. Damn it. Now I have to go and live somewhere else. I have to move to an apartment now and not get custody of my kids. Then I got to drag this chick out of a factory who was making fucking $20 an hour, fucking working 50 hours a week, living in a small fucking wooded area where she goes out in the woods, and I got to trick her into marrying me.
dinner's getting cold. I got to be honest, she might hit me if I don't come in. So Cumia sucks. I hate Gino. Chrissy's terrible. And I have a weird crush on Steel Toe. I'm not really sure how I feel about him yet. Sexually, I'm confused. I'll see you guys later with Chad.
But you hire women masquerading as men. Bill Schultz, those are your two boys, Bill Schultz and Gino Bisconte. They're ladies.
Look at Aaron's gay
They're
wrist.
ladies. Harry Styles is way more of a man than Bill Schultz.
Oh,
and
what
Gino
a
Bisconte.
reach. That is the biggest reach I've ever heard of.
Not only that, Kev,
Wow.
you're 62.
Now you're sucking up to Bill Schultz. You guys are so unapologetic, compound cucks. You guys really do suck off that whole network. We have nothing in common.
Let's not talk about pop culture, okay, buddy? Harry Styles. It's not that hard to learn.
You got him.
Scott Skiles, former point guard for the Orlando Magic.
You got him.
Harry Skiles doesn't exist. There is a Harry Styles.
Keanu must be one hell of a lesbian then, if Gino's a fucking lady.
Now, Kevin,
God,
What a win.
let's
I didn't realize how fucking annoying her voice is. It's just that Minnesota drawl. Kevin's like a lady. Kevin, Kevin's like a lady. Yeah, you're in the business of Chad Zumock. You're in the business of Chad Zumock. Chad Zumock's a loser, right, Aaron? Even though I'm married to you, Chad Zumock's a loser. Even though I'm taking care of your kids, Chad Zumock's a loser. Thanks for making me your co-host, Aaron. Aaron, thanks for making me the co-host. I didn't really want this, but thank you for putting me on camera because you saw Red Bar do it. Thank you for making me the next Jules David. I don't know what I got myself into. I don't know. I'm going to regret this someday. I'm going to regret being your co-host. I should go back to the woods and shoot my crossbow because I had a nice quiet life until you came around. Hey, Aaron, I got this Minnesota voice. I am your co-host and hype man like Flavor Flav.
assume everything you say about Gino Bisconti is correct. Let's say that everything you've ever said about Gino checks out. I've spoken to both of you. Gino is an infinitely more enjoyable person to be around than you.
Whoa.
So you can say whatever you want about.
Whoa. This guy is swinging for the fences. Fucking Kevin Brand's a good time when you're hanging with him. After a show, he's a fucking good time. Gino is he will throw you under the bus any chance he gets. This guy is so unapologetic on how he kisses up the compound. I mean, he really wants a show there.
Gino, I've talked to you. I've talked to Gino. I've talked to Anthony. I've talked to Chrissy. I've talked to Frank.
I've talked to Anthony one time. And how many times did you I got to ask Kevin on the show later if he's talked to you.
All right, I'll give him this. Frank's a bore. No, I'm just kind of joking.
He is. Okay, April. Did you like that one?
Frank gets all the work done behind
Yeah.
the scenes.
Yeah, he does.
but-
Doxing people. Yeah, he gets all the work done behind the scenes. Getting people's YouTube struck, striking videos, getting videos deleted, getting Twitter suspended, contacting Rochester police to create a controversy. He gets a lot of stuff done behind the scenes. Feeding you guys info, feeding you guys videos of me, feeding ski mask videos of me. He does a lot sitting on his fucking ass in his parents' house. You're right, April. He gets a lot done behind the scenes.
But I'll tell you this, Kevin. I've spoken to Bob. I've spoken to Anthony. I've spoken to Gino. I've spoken to you. I've spoken to all these people. You are by far the least enjoyable human being to speak with. So, again, let's not get out over our skis, sweetheart. I feel good about that one. I'm writing it down.
Yeah. I just
Oh, God, that guy's voice stinks. He has, they both have the worst voices. No wonder why you couldn't make out of Minnesota, dude. No wonder why you could not make it out of Minnesota in broadcasting. Because you were incredibly untalented. You fooled a lot of people. I mean, it's Minnesota. I mean, Literally, if you go to Minnesota, you're there to die. Yeah, Aaron, where's the goal? How come you haven't hit the goal yet with this rant? The fans are turning on you, dude. Not that they were really with you. You tricked everyone. You tried to backdoor yourself into the compound world with Carl and Mersch, and you're just doing a shitty version of what they do. That's what you do. A shitty version of what they do. It's laughable how bad your show is. How do people really watch this? I really want to know, because I don't get it.
I don't know. It's almost exhausting. I don't know how long he can keep up with
Shut
that.
up, you
He
dumb
can't.
cunt.
I mean,
It's got to burn out at some point.
he can't. I mean, Bob's staying there out of loyalty at this point.
No,
That
they're
can't
friends.
be
And
fun.
someday he's got to get tired of it too.
Have you ever watched him with Shuli?
it's a better show.
Yes.
Bob, aren't they having a
Of
great
course,
time?
we've been on the Uncle Rico show with those two together. They're
wow.
always fun.
We've
They're
been
having
on the
an
Uncle
amazing,
Rico.
and Mike Morris is salt
Mike
of
Morris
the
is
earth.
awesome.
Feels shitty. We're putting it in order
I
on
really
Friday,
do
and we're
love
getting
him.
him. a
All right,
fucking
you know what
hoodie.
she's doing? He's doing the
Sorry,
classic
Mike.
divide and conquer shit.
Hilarious.
You know what?
This is what hack radio people do. This is called divide and conquer, where he's trying to pair Shuli show against us. He's trying to pair Shuli against us, and it's just not working. It's not working. The text messages I have with Levy, we know the show's clicking right now. We're killing it right now. Every comic that you talk about is talking about our show. The Mark Normans, everybody. They're all talking about our show. They're not talking about you. They're not. No one's talking about you besides Chrissy Mayer. You know who's talking about you? Here's the people talking about you. He's not even talking about. He doesn't even know your first and last name. He's like, oh yeah, that steel toe guy. Or, yeah. With the wife, yeah. These are the people talking about you. These are your peers. This is it. Oh Jesus, this guy's rough to look at. That's it. And you guys know what you are? Compound cucks. CUMIA'S cucks. That's who you are. That's who's talking about you. That's it. End of the list. End of the list. End of the list. Sorry, I was pulling something up. Let's get back to this dolt.
I asked about you, Mike.
Get Mike a hoodie, stickers, and a T-shirt. I feel bad.
I sent all of them stickers
a little
with their
interest.
hoodies.
And an apple. Give him you know what? Give him a thing of apples.
Why don't I just send him my ovary? My last one.
I thought you meant the original one.
Ooh.
Yeah, send him that one.
Boy, that thing's in an incinerator somewhere.
Good question.
It's too bad.
This is a good question here from TK Suso. This is let's take a look. Who has the worst hairline? Okay, Steel Toe's hairline is god awful. I mean, the resemblance to Jared Fogle is uncanny. It's unbelievable. April, you have to fuck this guy. You fuck this guy. He literally has bigger tits than you. You have to climb on top of this fuck? Ugh. That's a punishment. All right, there's Steel Toe's hairline. Now look at who has the worst? I'm trying to. Gino's is rough. I mean, Gino has to wear the headband, and he's unapologetic about it too. By the way, if you're just tuning in, this will be up on my Patreon right after. You can sign up to my Patreon. It's scrolling at the bottom for as little as $3 a month. That's it. 12 quarters in your couch cushion. Cheaper than a Bud Light at happy hour. But the video will be up in the $10 tier. And I'm going to do this once a week. We're not just going to go over this douchebag. We're going to do them all. We're going to do him. We're going to do her. We're going to do him. We're going to do her again. Ugh. Who does this? Can you say I need attention more than this? Give me attention. Give me attention. I need attention. I need attention. And we're going to do him. Look at this guy. This guy's the guy who makes fun of me. This is the guy who's says I'm not funny. This is the guy who just goes in on me. This guy who stole Jocktober from O&A. This is the guy who makes fun of me. Okay, fair enough. This is what we're dealing with. These are, again, let me remind you, CUCKS, everybody. They're CUCKS. Look at this crew. You want to hang with them? You think they're cool? You think they're funny? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Aaron, this is a war you're not going to win.
Have it for dinner. Let's go to people's thoughts on Kevin Brennan. I heard of Zumock before when Tripoli lit him on fire 4 years ago, says Don Lemonzades. At this point, I assume that's all Chad does is lose.
Guess what? Tripoli and I we're fine. And by the way, guess who doesn't know who you are? Sam Tripoli.
Could be true. Citizen M says, I'm thoroughly on Kevin Brennan's sides. I used to like Carl Hebiger, but his compound media simping is too much for me.
100% Citizen M. Beautifully spoken. Is he in the chat right now? I know he's on my I know he's on my Patreon. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm reading some of the chat here. I'm nearly a response. I never recklessly go after people. I don't do it. I never have. All these cocks they all came after me. And it started with one day on Misery Loves Company. I said, Chrissy Mayer is not funny. And that's where it all started. I'm nearly a response. All these podcasts, they all start copying each other, doing the same fucking thing. And they were coming after me. So I said, okay, let's play. Okay, you want to play in the mud? Let's get dirty. I tried to ignore you. And again, I could pull up that email where he said, I'm shutting it down.
He and Anthony genuinely like each other. I mean, if two people become friends, that's, I mean.
Look at his wrist. He's so gay.
That's okay. That happens.
Aaron, you have gay wrist.
I do.
You have the wrist of Paris Hilton.
I have a question. How did Carl and Anthony become associated?
Because he was a O&A super fan, and he was sucking up to Anthony, and he started doing exactly what Jocktober was. He got on E-Rock's radar, started sucking up to E-Rock. Chrissy Mayer jumped in because she had to jump on every podcast, and next thing you know, it made its way around to Anthony. And Anthony loves his balls washed. He loves it. And nobody's better at washing CUMIA'S balls. Nobody is better than washing CUMIA'S balls than this guy. This guy is the quintessential CUMIA ball washer. I mean, nobody can suck off CUMIA like this guy. He's got the market cornered, Steel Toe. I know you're trying your hardest with this video to suck up to CUMIA, but listen, you're never going to suck up to him like this guy. It's not going to happen. I know you stole everything you're doing off this guy, but you're not going to ball wash CUMIA better than this guy. It's just not happening. Exactly, Dr. Matt. Pick a side, guys. Pick a side. I'm coming in hot. I'm telling the truth. Enough of these pretenders.
Carl, I think the Stuttering John stuff and the Opie stuff that Carl was doing on Who Are These Podcasts.
Okay.
Caldry said, well, that's kind of how we got in Anthony's radar.
Yeah.
It was Opie stuff.
I copied what Carl was doing. He's admitting it.
Here's the thing about Anthony. He's just a really fucking nice guy.
The ball washing. Now, this is good. But it's still not Carl level of ball washing. Dude, you met him one time through E-Rock, and you act like we're boys. You act like we're all in this together, like you're one of us. You're not. You're an outsider.
It's almost too nice.
And when he likes your stuff, he tells you. Mm-hmm. He's really very fucking cool about that. People are like, oh, Aaron kisses CUMIA'S ass. Carl kisses.
Nailed it. Now, what's his response here, guys? Because he knows this. This is true. Where's he going with this? Where are you going to go, Aaron? Because this is true what you're saying right now.
CUMIA'S ass. It may look like we're kissing his ass, but Kevin.
What would you call this? This is quintessential kiss ass 101.
Chad, all you guys who seem to blow it with situations like this, it's not kissing ass. You know what it is? He's a genuinely enjoyable person who's really nice to you.
Kiss ass. Oh, I wish I had a sound effect for ass kissing. Oh, this show's going to get, hey, this is the first episode, guys. We're going to have some fun with this. There's more shit coming. Endless shit. Endless video. This guy's the big ball wash extraordinaire, Ryan McLean. Nailed it. Nailed it. This guy is It's not a clinic on how to wash balls, but it's pretty fucking close. It's not Carl from Rochester ball washing, but he's such an enjoyable. He's a real enjoyable person. Such an enjoyable person. A lot of fun to hang out with. Former shock jock Anthony Cumia pleaded guilty. You're a multimillionaire. Go to trial. You can afford to go to trial. To the third-degree assault of blocking someone's breathing. I thought you just bit her on the wrist, Anthony. Why would you plead guilty if you just bit her on the wrist? Even though that's pretty fucked up. In a domestic violence case with ex-girlfriend Danny Brand, Cumia's lawyer, Alan Schwartz. He was smart. He went got a Jew lawyer. Good for you. Didn't work. Had to plead guilty. Told us the plea is conditional after completing a 6 months outpatient alcohol treatment. Ooh, yeah, I didn't have to do any of that. I didn't do any of that. And attending a batterer's intervention program. That's not a good sign. Why did you plead guilty, Anthony? You're a multimillionaire. You go to trial and you get you win, right? But you had to plead guilty to choking a woman. A lot of fun. The plea will be vacated and Cumia will plead guilty to 2 harassment counts. Yeah, real enjoyable. A lot of fun to hang out with.
And pays you all kinds of compliments when he likes you.
Yeah.
He's too nice.
He's not too nice. Anthony's, with all due respect, Anthony is funny, but the last thing I would ever say is he's too nice. Go to his Twitter. FNs, FN this, FNs. Look at these
Which it makes him very happy.
And in return, we're going
nice.
to be nice to the person being nice to us.
Yes.
I don't know why that's ass kissing.
If someone I grew up listening to and who,
clearly ball washing here. By the way, guys, listen, again, I don't know who you guys were. And I work pretty simply. You're cool to me, I'm cool to you. You guys have never been cool to me. No, everybody I'm showcasing has not been cool. Period. Gino and I have a relationship. I live with the guy. We used to be cool, but he's, Daddy Cumia gives him allowance, so he has to do what he does.
He has influenced my broadcast style. Goes, holy shit, you made me laugh out loud. This line was funny. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to be really responsive to that.
That's going to be incredible.
The insecurity of a person to watch 2 people get along and go, no, that's what Chad and Kevin do. No,
it's always because they want to be in your shoes or they want to be in the other people's shoes that hold a spot that they want.
No,
is that what it is, April? No, because we're not cucks. We don't suck up to people. We don't have to. You guys have to. This is what you do. You suck up. You kiss ass. You ball wash. I don't do it. I never had to. If I don't respect you, I don't respect you. And I don't respect you.
And they can't.
Look at Aaron. He thinks he's like he thinks this is great radio right here. Look at his act outs here.
Have it.
They can't get along. No, he's just kissing his ass,
Oh, Gino gets too much time on Compound. Well, you were given that same opportunity.
You're given the same opportunity. Gino gets too much time on Compound. Gino gets too much time. Anthony's just a really nice guy.
When you were ball washing him in that interview, we're going to go over that interview in later episodes. He was looking at your tits or lack thereof. No, he was looking at his tits. He was staring at you like a creep and getting drunk. Why this fucking dolt? My hero is a child, not Opie.
You blew it.
Right. You had a chance to be every day on Compound. They took a look at the work you were doing and they looked it over and said, you're not good enough.
They never said that. Kevin's show was the second most watched show on the network, period. And I've heard that from 3 people that work in that booth or behind the scenes. It went Cumia, Kevin. Then it went way down to Gino and Aaron. Oh, this is a great one from Oil here. I got to pull it up. She's such a cuck. Aaron is absolutely pathetic. You're real, Chad. Keep it up. Oh, man. You guys are on the wrong side of history. I know, Brent. I know. Who actually admits to living with Gino. It was just for 7 months when I was going bi-coastal. I was living in L.A. and I would go out to New York. I was trying to go back and forth. It was, let's just say he's not. He was a different man back then. I don't know what the fuck he is now. I want to give a shout out to another guy who just signed up to my Patreon. Foghorn. Shout out to Foghorn. He just became a member. I want to shout out to Dave, who just signed up. These are popping up on my screen right now. And if you're just tuning in right now, guys, if you're just tuning in, you can watch this episode on my Patreon. You can go sign up. Patreon.com/sitdownzumock. It's scrolling. Shout out to Zen Producer with the super chat, $1.99. Nice treat today. Love you more. Love you more. But it's time. This show is like, again, if you're just tuning in, I was supposed to debut this on Thursday. I still got production. I still got like all this stuff going on. And I saw this video today and I was like, I gotta fucking, I'm so tired of him. I'm so tired of this guy. This pretender, Mr. Gayrist. Let's watch the rest of this shit. And I do mean
that's
shit.
what it is with Kevin.
And I bet only then did Gino suck.
Right.
In his eyes.
Caldry says Porcelain did a hilarious documentary on Kevin a few years ago. That's where I first heard about him. He was a failure then, and he's doubled down, it seems, since. Yeah, have you I know you've listened to some Porcelain stuff.
I don't know about that one.
It's really good. It's very funny.
I've heard a couple in the car with you. I don't think that one.
Yeah, he's very funny. Like, honestly, here's how good Porcelain is.
All right, here comes
Porcelain
Porcelain, here comes some more ball washing so you don't do a thing on him. This is essentially what Chrissy Mayer does. She goes around and befriends like people on Reddit, Porcelain people, the ski mask, so they don't attack you. This is such hackery right here.
Good. There's only one of his works where I've went, this seems personal, and I think it missed. And I know that person personally, so maybe that clouds some of my, critique of the document. The Mersh one.
Oh, sure.
It's true, Greg. Greg, he does.
So, that's an amazing hit rate.
Porcelain likes Kevin.
You've done dozens of
We've had him on the
documentaries,
podcast.
There's only one where I wouldn't listen to it again.
That is great.
The rest of them are fucking awesome. You know what, though? It's not because I like Mersh, because I like Joe Rogan, and I thought his Rogan one was fucking hysterical.
That one was very interesting.
Rusty Grammer says the jealousy is just gushing out of his skull. Yeah, I think so. Scarface says, yes, I would like a Whopper with a medium fries and Coke. You know what? If you ever find yourself watching MLC, feel free to throw that out there in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, you like that, Joe?
I'd like a burger with a medium fry and a
Do
Coke.
it again. Yeah, repeat it again. That hilarious joke the guy left in the comment and you had to repeat again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Scarface says, yes, I would like a Whopper with a medium fries and Coke. You know what? If you ever find yourself watching MLC.
Hilarious. Say it again, Aaron. Let's say it again. You're a comedian, right? You say you are. You do like one show a month at a bowling alley every 6 months. Is this your closer? Repeat it. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle the fuck up for the hilarity that's about to happen.
LC, feel free to throw that out there in the chat.
Say it.
Yeah.
Say it.
What do you?
I'd like a burger
headset?
with a medium fry and a Coke.
Oh my God. Oh, guys, feel free to put that in the chat. I mean, that's just some fucking gold right there. This is fucking gold. Oh, this guy's so good. That's another thing. Have you guys asked me to? Have I asked you to super chat? Did I say there was a goal? Did I ask you for super chat? I never asked. You can, but you don't have to. I'm not going to raise 3 kids and a wife off super chat. I'm just not going to. If I have a family, I go provide. I get a job. I actually put on steel toes and I go get a job if I have a family. But I don't. So I could fuck around and do whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want, however I want.
Got it.
Don Lemon's AIDS, yeah, just old man yells at cloud. And then E-Rock says old man yells at St. Cloud.
E-Rock. Oh my God, E-Rock. E-Rock, that was so good. E-Rock, you nailed it. E-Rock, oh my God. April, did you hear what E-Rock said? April, did you hear? Oh, fucking Eric Nagel. Oh, you're the man, Eric Nagel. E-Rock, Fucking hilarious. Oh my God. Can I get a show on Compound Media? could you get me another show, interview with Anthony Cumia? Fucking gold, E-Rock. Oh, E-Rock. Oh my God. You are so funny. April, did you hear what E-Rock said?
I think that's about it.
Probably accurate.
Rouse Sauce says this has to be some type of work at this point. There's no way Kevin Brennan can be this bad. Hey, E-Rock has worked with him multiple times. He's in the chat. You guys ask him. Is there a way that
Suck it
Kevin
off,
Brennan
E-Rock.
can possibly be that bad?
You know, the lowest of lows when you suck off E-Rock. That's like, that is sad. Kinko Loco, since you asked for a super chat, here you go, Kinky Loco. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. Someone just signed up again for the Patreon. This is Admiral Dewey. Shout out Admiral Dio. He just became a Patreon. Again, this will be every week. CUMIA'S CUCKS is coming. It's not this is the very first show, so we're going to be working on some stuff, and it's going to take some time, but we're going to get there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have fun. It's time that these fucking bitches, these CUMIA CUCKS, get taken down. Way too many of them. Way too many of them. And shout out to my girl, Zen producer, for this logo. This is it. Although you forgot Carl from Who Are These Podcasts. But that's all right. We're going to have plenty more artwork. And if you got artwork, if you want to send me looking for a theme, please send it my way. Send it my way. Chad Zumock, you can DM me on the Patreon. Let's have some fun with these fucks. Will you be doing the episode on Chrissy Mary stealing Christmas gifts? Yes, and I also need to get the episode of her denying it twice and her avoiding it. I got to get this stuff together. I got Zen producer's going to help me a little bit. I got Atticus. He's going to help me. I'm going to get somebody to do it with. I'm Oil. Was it Oli, like Ole Anderson? On his favorite new show. Yeah, it's happening, guys. We're doing it. We're having a good time. This was episode 1. We just wanted to get into it because I saw this video clip of Steel Toe again being delusional, going way like just not even in the same ballpark as Kevin Brennan, and I had to just say something. And what are we gonna do? This is the show. If you just tuned in, this will be up on Patreon right later on today. And if you are watching right now, I will be back on Patreon at halftime during the Super Bowl with Bob leaving Kevin Brennan over on Kevin Brennan's channel. We were doing the Super Bowl halftime show because Rihanna stinks. And would you rather listen to Rihanna or 3 white guys yell about other comics? I think I know the answer to that. I think I know where you're going to be come halftime of the Super Bowl. But here's my Patreon, guys. You can sign up. It's patreon.com/SitDownZumock. You could donate $1. You could sign up for $3 a month for the audio. Videos, 10. There's 6 levels. You could be a sponsor for 100. If you want to, I'm Kmart ready after my dry bar special. That's the $30 tier. $20 tier is the Has-Been's baller status. Go check it out. It's cooking, baby. It's cooking. We're doing it. I'm out there like John Rambo fighting this war, motherfuckers, like in First Blood. I am going after them. Your solo show is better than Brennan's. Clip it. Ooh, $1.99. Now you gonna now you're doing divide and conquer. This is great. I got shout out. I got love in the UK. Shout out to the UK, motherfuckers, the United Kingdom. Here's we got a $10 super chat. Let's give this one a look here from R. Kowana. $10 chat. What am I doing? I have a $100 bonus. I have to sue with. I have a $100 bonus. I have to sue within a half hour. What about the Eagles, ML? Or do I take the Eagles, ML? I'm going with the Eagles in the over. I think that's what I'm doing. But thank you so much for watching the episode. Like I said, it'll be up on Patreon. We're going to roll out of here, but thank you again. Hit subscribe if you haven't hit already. I'm building this brick by brick. I started January 1st to the YouTube game. I said, I'm going to put some effort into this. But thank you so much for watching. Again, episode 1, CUCKS. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That's a wrap. Let's count the votes and bring home the troops. Who's with me on that?